Hey Stan, this is what happened here. As it turns out, I needed to. So here's your app, and the problem is when I click on this, basically I get this error. But if I open show package contents, and if I go to Mac OS, Facebook new, I'm not sure how I knew to do that, but somehow I stumble upon it, and what it does is it opens up my Facebook and does what it needs to do, which is cool, and logs in and does its thing, which is good. I can see. Question for you. Number one is, what happens if I click on the screen right now, or what happens if I shrink this window? Does that mess things up? What if I go and work on something else? Does that mess things up? Or is this all running in the background? Am I cool? I'd just like to get your slant on that. No matter what it is, I understand, but I just want to understand that piece of it. That's number one. And then number two, I'm going to show you what the result is here. I'm going to kind of shut this down. I've run this once before. I've just got a couple small issues, and I will show you what those are. And I'm just going to pause it while it does its thing right now. It's going through, obviously, and processing the record. So I'm going to pause this here, and I'll come back in a sec. One thing I will point out here, note how, remember in my instructions it said boost post here if it hasn't been boosted. I'm going to show you one that has been boosted, and unfortunately it looks like Facebook actually made a change, and it's not the same thing anymore, and I'll show you that in a second here. I'm going to pause, and when that pops up I'll show you. There's another one that hasn't been boosted, and that's the correct view. Now I'm just going to show you, here's another one that hasn't been boosted, and yeah, it's supposed to say boost post as it did in my instructions. I'll pause again and wait for one that has been boosted. Okay, there we go. This one has been boosted, but now it doesn't say boost post, but if I were to mouse over this, it says organic and paid. I guess I'd like, it's unfortunate that now I can't dig in and see the detailed data, which sucks. But I'm hoping that's just a glitch in Facebook, and that I can, hopefully they fix it here in the next day or so, and I'm back to having your program work as it should. But if you can just give me that time to see if they fix that issue, I'd appreciate it. But let me pause here and let this finish up again. I'm going to show you the report and a couple of little issues I have. Okay, cool, it's done. And so what I'll do now is I'll go back to this, and it looks at 724 and it's 724. So I'm going to open this puppy up here and talk about what I see. Number one, this could be 1/4 of the size it currently is. So 25%, it could be, that small corner size would be fine. I don't need to see the whole picture. I just have to have a feel for what it is. We're missing the post names in all these. CTR, if you can make that 10.12 or whatever the decimal places are. Same thing for CPE, if you could. Problem with boosted, we have no or false. And in fact, where it says no here, unfortunately, as I showed you before, it actually should say yes. So this is obviously a glitch with Facebook, or a change with Facebook. But in actuality, if it does say boost post, it should say no. And I'm interested to know how it is that you're displaying no instead of false, when it has been boosted. But either way, I think there's been a change with Facebook. But what I would like it to say is yes or no. I would like to have this say no, and then of course if it meets our criteria, it says yes here. And then of course the data should be there. But since Facebook changed things, as I showed you, which ticks me off, we can no longer see, this is boosted, but it's not saying whatever that was before. I don't have my example in front of you, which takes me off. Now it just shows paid 24,606, but I don't know if I want you to make any changes yet. I just want to give Facebook a day or so to see if maybe this is a glitch. They're doing some tests or whatever, and maybe they're going to change that back so we can do that drill down. The only other issue I have with what you did is that, again, I should be able to click on that right there, and it should sort this by highest to lowest. I should be able to click on that, and it should sort this whole column by highest or lowest, or all these rows by highest to lowest for that. That's the only thing that is missing there, besides what I just on this table, besides what I just showed you. So hopefully it's just enough feedback for you. Hopefully I'm not babbling too much. It makes sense. And anyway, thanks for your work. I'm just looking forward to your next bit of feedback here. Thanks.